Picture the local burger joint down your street. You know the exact one I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah, the one with the slightly sticky tables.
Exactly, the worn-out booths. The owner probably knows, like, half the customers by name.
Right, for sure.
And for decades, their biggest operational concern on a Friday night was just making sure they didn't, run out of brioche buns.
Yeah, totally. Just basic inventory.
But now, look at the staggering projection from Statista. The global market for online food ordering is on track to hit an eye-watering $1.85 trillion by the year 2029.
Wow.
I mean, trillion. With a T.
It completely recontextualizes how we have to view the entire food industry.
Right.
Because we are no longer talking about some, digital side hustle for brick and mortar restaurants.
No.
We are looking at this massive high-stakes global economy where that little local burger joint is competing on the exact same digital playing field as multinational chains.
Okay, let's unpack this. Because our mission for today's deep dive is to figure out why a restaurant's tech stack is no longer just this, cute little bonus feature you add on when you have some extra budget.
Yeah, those days are long gone.
It is the absolute critical baseline for survival. Because the reality of 2026 is that you, the customer, expect instant, frictionless ordering.
Exactly. You want it now.
Right. And if a digital system is slow, or if, say, a mobile menu requires too many clicks just to add a side of fries, you don't wait.
No, you just bounce.
You just switch to a competitor in seconds. So how did we get to a point where neighborhood businesses are playing in a $1.85 trillion arena?
Well, to understand why this digital takeover is dominating the landscape, we first have to kind of look at the mechanical limitations of what we're leaving behind.
Okay, the old way of doing things.
Right. Let's move from that overarching trillion-dollar market size down to the ground-level reality of day-to-day operations. The traditional dining model is inherently restricted.
In what way?
Well, you are bound to specific business hours. For one, you are physically capped by how many tables your front-of-house staff can manage at one time.
Right. There's only so many servers.
Exactly. And most importantly, the entire system is just highly prone to human error.
Oh, man, let's talk about that human error because we have all lived it.
Oh, absolutely.
Think about that same local burger joint during a Friday night dinner rush. The music is loud, the kitchen is banging pots, and you have a server trying to take like a really complex manual order for a table of 6.
And everyone wants something different.
Exactly. You've got substitutions, you've got a gluten allergy, somebody wants their sauce on the side.
It's a nightmare.
Taking that order and getting it to the kitchen accurately is basically like trying to play a game of telephone in the middle of a hurricane.
That is the perfect way to describe it.
Right. Because the customer says one thing, the server writes down a shorthand version on a little notepad, physically runs across the room to a terminal, punches it in.
If they can even read their own handwriting.
Exactly. And by the time the plate comes out, your medium rare burger with no onions is somehow a well-done chicken sandwich with extra mayo.
And that friction, that exact point of failure, is what modern digital ordering eliminates.
So it's about accuracy as much as speed.
Oh, 100%. Instead of being bottlenecked by how fast a server can write and run to a terminal, digital systems handle massive simultaneous order volumes flawlessly.
Because it's all automated.
Right. And instead of those restricted hours, online ordering systems capture revenue 24/7. And crucially, they expand a restaurant's reach far beyond whoever happens to just, walk past the storefront.
Which brings us to the ground level hardware making this happen. Because a massive trend right now is the total adoption of purpose-built restaurant tablets.
Yeah, you see them everywhere now.
Right. Look at a platform like Toast. It's an Android-based point-of-sale system, and they have over 100,000 locations using their tablets right now.
It's incredible market penetration.
And going back to my hurricane analogy, using a tablet system like Toast at the table is essentially like sending a direct encrypted text message straight into the chef's brain.
Yes.
The server inputs the allergy right at the table, and the ticket fires instantly to the kitchen display screen. No shorthand, no running across the dining room.
What's fascinating here is how this technology fundamentally shifts the operational bottleneck of a restaurant.
How so?
Well, historically, the bottleneck was always the front-of-house staff. I mean, the kitchen could cook the food, but how fast could the servers physically move between the tables and the kitchen?
Ah, right. It was a physical speed limit.
Exactly. By putting purpose-built tablets in the hands of the servers or, even directly on the tables for customers to use themselves, the order input is immediate.
So you're just cutting out the travel time.
Right. And this directly leads to faster table turnover rates.
Right.
You are shaving like 5 to 10 minutes off every dining experience simply by eliminating the walk to the terminal and the whole awkward wait for the check.
Oh, totally. Plus, it provides incredibly secure, instant table payments.
Yeah, you just tap your phone and leave.
But, and I have to point this out, there is a real vulnerability being introduced here, all
That's
right?
true.
We are trading that charming, chaotic human element for precision, but that precision relies entirely on external infrastructure.
It does. It
Yeah.
absolutely does. I mean, there is a steep learning curve for staff who might not be natively tech savvy.
Right. If you've been a waitress for 30 years, a tablet might be jarring.
Exactly. Plus, you have the constant need for maintenance and repairs on physical hardware. I mean, tablets get dropped, screens get shattered in a busy, greasy kitchen environment.
I can only imagine.
And perhaps most critically, you have a complete existential reliance on power and the internet.
Oh, wow. Yeah, if the internet goes down.
If your cloud-based POS system loses Wi-Fi, your restaurant essentially ceases to function.
That's terrifying for an owner.
It is. The staff can't open the cash drawer. They can't fire tickets to the kitchen. They don't even know what prices to charge because it's all in the cloud.
Plus, there's just a noticeable reduction in human interaction. A server acting as an iPad supervisor fundamentally changes the nature of hospitality.
It really does. It becomes more transactional.
But once that precise order is accurately in the system, the technology doesn't just stop at the physical table, it expands outward into this massive digital ecosystem.
Right. This is where we enter the realm of the omnichannel ordering system.
Omnichannel.
Yes. And omnichannel simply means that whether a customer is ordering from their phone on the train, or from a desktop computer at work, or at a physical table via a QR code, the experience and the data are unified.
So it all goes to the same place.
Exactly. The heavy lifting happens behind the scenes because these systems integrate directly with the restaurant's inventory management.
Okay, give me an example of how that works in practice.
So, if the kitchen uses the very last brioche bun, the system automatically updates the menu across the mobile app, the website, and the third-party delivery platforms instantly.
Oh, wow. So you never have that awkward moment where you order something and they have to call you to say they're out?
Exactly. You never have a customer successfully order a dish that just sold out 5 seconds ago.
And a highly visible part of that ecosystem is live order tracking.
Oh, people love the tracker.
I know I do. You can view your order status from the exact moment the kitchen starts prepping it to the food going into the bag, all the way to the delivery driver pulling up to your curb.
Right.
But this isn't just a fun perk for the customer to watch a little map on their phone, right? It serves a vital operational purpose.
It does. It actively eliminates that endless barrage of "where is my food?" phone calls.
Which is huge for a busy Friday night.
It's massive. It acts as a shield for the kitchen staff. Every single minute spent answering a ringing phone is a minute not spent preparing food.
Right.
Alongside that tracking, we are seeing the absolute necessity of dedicated mobile ordering apps, which have really been cemented by post-pandemic consumer habits.
Yeah, everybody just expects an app now.
And for small eateries, and especially for ghost kitchens, these apps are literally the entire business model.
Let's actually break down a ghost kitchen for a second, because I think it perfectly illustrates this point.
Yeah, it's a great example.
A ghost kitchen doesn't have a storefront. It's often just like a windowless commercial kitchen in an industrial park.
Right. No dining room, no signage.
Exactly. Inside, you might have 3 cooks preparing food for 5 completely different virtual restaurant brands.
Okay.
One brand sells tacos, other sells wings, and other sells vegan burgers.
But it's all coming from the exact same grill.
Exactly. And the only way a customer interacts with these brands is through an app. Without a digital omni-channel system, the ghost kitchen simply does not exist.
It's purely digital.
The technology allows them to drastically minimize labor costs because there is 0 front-of-house staff. And the customer gets unmatched convenience, quick reordering with saved preferences, and access to reviews.
It's highly efficient.
But here's where it gets really interesting and where I have to push back a little on this shiny tech utopia.
Okay, let's hear it.
With these omni-channel systems, gathering all this customer data across multiple platforms, tracking our order history, our exact physical locations, our saved credit cards, aren't restaurants just trading a simple physical transaction for massive, complex cybersecurity risks?
That is a very valid point.
I mean, a local taco shop doesn't have the IT department of the Pentagon, you know?
No, they don't. And the cybersecurity risk is immense. It is a very well-known hurdle. Implementing these omni-channel systems comes with high initial costs, highly complex integrations, and the heavy, heavy responsibility of protecting sensitive consumer data.
Yeah, because if that gets leaked, it's a disaster.
Exactly. You have to ensure end-to-end encryption for data transmission and maintain compliant, secure payment gateways. A data breach for a local restaurant can be a fatal blow to their reputation.
So why take the risk? If I'm a restaurant owner and my passion is just making incredible food, why would I willingly take on the liability of managing thousands of encrypted user profiles?
Because in the 2026 market, the data collected by these systems is the ultimate currency.
Currency. Okay, explain that.
Let's look at the mechanics of marketing, right? Without data, a restaurant throws money at a generic local billboard or a blanket social media ad and just hopes someone hungry sees it.
It's like throwing darts in the dark.
Exactly. But with an omni-channel system, the restaurant knows exactly what you order, when you order it, and how you pay.
Oh, I see where this is going.
Right. If the system knows you consistently order a large pepperoni pizza every single Friday at 7 p.m., the restaurant doesn't need to run a generic ad.
They just target you directly.
They can send an automated push notification directly to your phone at 6:30 p.m. on a Friday, offering a 10% discount on a large pepperoni.
Wow.
That level of targeted behavioral marketing drastically lowers customer acquisition costs and drives massive retention. So the efficiency gained makes the cybersecurity risk a necessary reality of doing business.
I get that. But capturing all that data and convenience comes with a massive, unavoidable price tag that most diners never see.
Oh, the diners have no idea.
We have to talk about the hidden costs quietly eating into a restaurant's margins. Because it's not just the upfront price of a tablet or an app subscription, is it?
Not at all. The hidden financial drains are substantial, and the most glaring one, the one everyone talks about, is the third-party commission fee.
Right.
Aggregator platforms, the major delivery apps we all use, they routinely charge anywhere from 15 to 30% per order.
30%.
Yep.
I always compare using these third-party aggregator apps to having a frenemy business partner.
A frenemy. I like that.
Yeah. Imagine a partner who refuses to chop the vegetables, refuses to cook the meat, refuses to wash a single dish, and refuses to manage the staff.
They do zero actual restaurant work.
Exactly. But they stand by the front door,
Yeah.
and they demand 30% of the cash register every single night just for introducing you to the customers walking in.
It's wild when you put it like that.
If a customer spends $30 on a meal, the app takes $9 right off the top. When you factor in the cost of the ingredients, the labor to cook it, and the overhead of the building, the restaurant might only be walking away with, like, $1 or $2 of actual profit.
It is a staggering toll on an industry that already operates on razor-thin margins.
Seriously.
And the thing is, the aggregator fee is just the beginning. Every single digital transaction includes payment gateway charges.
Right. The credit card processing.
Processing fees take another 2 to 3%. Then you have ongoing software maintenance. You have marketing costs within those aggregator apps.
Hey, what do you mean?
Because just being on the app isn't enough, right? You have to pay them extra to boost your restaurant to the top of the search results.
Oh, so it's pay to play on top of the 30%.
Exactly. And then on top of all of that, there are the integration costs.
Okay, walk us through that mechanical headache.
Right.
Why is getting these systems to talk to each other such a massive drain on resources?
Well, out of the box, a digital ecosystem is highly fragmented. You might buy a point-of-sale system from company A, an inventory tracking software from company B, and a customer relationship management tool from company C.
Okay.
None of them naturally speak the same language. Connecting them requires APIs, application programming interfaces.
Right. I always think of an API like a live digital translator.
That's a good way to look at it.
Imagine your front-of-house ordering tablet only speaks French, and your back-of-house inventory software only speaks Japanese. The API is the interpreter standing between them in real time.
Precisely.
So when a customer orders a chicken sandwich in French on the tablet, the API instantly turns to the inventory system and says in Japanese, deduct 1 chicken breast.
Exactly. And if that digital translator isn't coded perfectly, or if a software update breaks the connection, chaos ensues.
Stuff just gets lost in translation.
Orders get dropped into a digital void, inventory counts become wildly inaccurate, and inefficiencies just skyrocket. And as digital order volume grows, so does the final hidden drain, which is customer support overhead.
Oh, because when things go wrong, someone has to fix it.
Right. You have to allocate labor specifically to manage digital complaints, process refunds for missing items, and field queries from angry app users.
So to survive all these hurdles, a restaurant has to deploy some serious technical defenses. I mean, you mentioned APIs to prevent lost orders. We also see a heavy reliance on responsive UX user experience design,
Yes, definitely.
specifically the implementation of guest checkout.
Guest checkout is a perfect example of solving a mechanical friction point.
How so?
Well, if a hungry customer navigates to a restaurant's direct website and builds an order, but the site forces them to create an account, verify an email address, and create a password just to buy a sandwich.
They will just leave. I know I would.
Exactly, they will abandon the cart. By offering a streamlined guest checkout, you remove that barrier to revenue.
Makes total sense.
Furthermore, we are seeing the widespread integration of AI technologies specifically trained to monitor transactions in real time, automatically flagging fraudulent orders before they are processed.
Because chargebacks are a huge issue.
Massive. This protects the bottom line from devastating chargebacks.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, managing APIs, optimizing user interfaces to stop cart abandonment, deploying AI fraud protection, these challenges essentially force restaurants to shift their core identity.
Precisely. A successful restaurant in 2026 can no longer just be a traditional hospitality provider.
Right.
To survive 30% commission fees and complex technical integrations, they have to fundamentally operate as highly optimized logistics and technology companies that just happen to sell food.
That is wild to think about.
Yeah.
But given those staggering fees and integration headaches, how does a local operator actually build a sustainable strategy without just, bleeding cash? How are they fighting back?
Well, the strategic battleground comes down to the balance between multi-vendor and single-vendor platforms.
Okay, break that down.
A multi-vendor platform is your Uber Eats or DoorDash. DoorDash currently being the largest in the U.S. You are placed in a massive digital food court alongside all of your competitors.
Right, everyone is in the same app.
You get incredible visibility, but you pay that 30% tax for the privilege.
So why wouldn't a neighborhood spot just say, forget DoorDash, we're going to build our own app, or use a white label single vendor system and keep 100% of the profits?
Because building a direct ordering system only works if people know it exists. A single vendor platform helps build your specific brand image and protects your margins, but it has zero organic discovery.
No one is randomly browsing the App Store for Joe's Local Tacos.
Exactly. A customer has to actively seek you out. So the winning strategy for most operators is a hybrid approach.
You use the friend me,
You use them for exactly what they are good at, acquisition.
getting people in the door.
Right. You keep the third-party aggregator apps active purely as a customer discovery engine. You accept the margin hit on the first order to acquire the new diner.
But then what?
Inside the delivery bag, you put a flyer. You offer a discount on their next order if they use your direct platform, places like ChowNow, Toast, or Olo.
Oh, that's brilliant.
The goal is to let DoorDash find the customer and then leverage your own tech stack to convert them into a highly profitable direct ordering regular.
And a major weapon in driving that profitability on direct platforms is AI ordering. We mentioned AI earlier for fraud protection, but it's also being deployed to optimize the ordering flow itself.
Absolutely.
The AI analyzes the user's specific behavior in real time and intelligently upsells items. It knows you usually get a side of fries on Fridays, so it subtly prompts you at checkout. Add your Friday fries.
Yes.
It just removes the friction of thinking.
This raises an important question, though. With all this talk of AI, upselling, and complex omni-channel tracking, what is the actual baseline for success?
Right. Do you need all this stuff to win?
The reality is that the restaurants winning in 2026 are not necessarily the ones using the most advanced bleeding-edge tools. They're the ones using the right tools. A well-configured basic POS system that the staff completely understands and trusts will always outperform a complex, feature-heavy AI system that just causes confusion in the kitchen.
So what does this all mean for the listener? Let's say you are consulting for a struggling local ghost kitchen. They are bleeding cash, their margins are shrinking. How do you practically decide where to put their limited resources?
Well, before you buy a single new piece of software or debate the merits of a custom app versus DoorDash, you audit the baseline user experience.
You look for friction.
Exactly. Does the direct mobile menu render properly on a smartphone? Or do the buttons overlap? Is the checkout process clunky?
The basics.
Right. Because if a restaurant's direct mobile experience is frustrating, they will lose the customer entirely, regardless of the marketing strategy. The ultimate directive is simple. You must make it easier to order from you than from anyone else.
Eliminate the friction.
Oh.
Well, we started today by looking at a $1.85 trillion market.
Mm,
And what we've uncovered is that online ordering is no longer an optional upgrade. It is the fundamental architecture of the modern food industry.
it really is.
Success isn't about blinding your staff with the flashiest tech. It's about being incredibly strategic. It's about building a digital translator between the front and back of house, balancing the massive visibility of third-party discovery with the healthy margins of direct ordering.
And ultimately owning your customer's experience from the first click to the final bite.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, technology is a tool to facilitate hospitality, not a replacement for it. Even when you are operating as a highly tuned tech logistics machine, the end product is still feeding a hungry person.
That's a great point.
Right.
But before we wrap up, I want to leave you with something to mull over that pushes this digital reality to its absolute limit.
Oh boy.
We talked about AI being used to personalize recommendations and upsell based on your behavior. We also explored how omnichannel systems gather massive amounts of data, your location, your order history, your exact timing.
Right.
So what happens when we combine those capabilities? What happens when the technology gets so good at tracking your daily habits and biometric routines that your favorite restaurant app starts predicting your exact order?
Right.
And the kitchen actually begins preparing your food before you've even consciously realized you're hungry.
Oh, wow. It's a logically sound, yet entirely mind-bending endpoint.
Right?
We are looking at a future where the data outpaces our own biological awareness.
We might just trade the hurricane of the traditional Friday night dinner rush for a world where the chef knows what you want to eat before your own stomach does.
I'm not sure if I love that or if I'm terrified.
Huh. Well, I encourage you to keep questioning the massive, invisible systems operating quietly in the background of your daily life, especially the next time you simply tap reorder on your phone. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive.